What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Here comes another video from my guy. Today we're going to be talking about non-fungible tokens. If I can get that right, fungible. I mean, it's a bizarre word. So we're going to kind of cover the topic a little bit about how do you even make money in this? Is this a new trend? And how many people are actually buying and trading these NFTs? And what do they mean? And how are they connected to the blockchain? So we're going to answer all of these questions. So if you're interested, stay tuned. And without further ado, let's get started. First of all, what is an NFT? An NFT is something that allows you to identify the authenticity of a product of something. So we have digital products and then we have physical products. So an idea here is a hat. If we have a hat, that's a physical product and that is a unique hat. There is only one of this specific hat made. Then we have video. Now, the original video that was ever created is the original file, and therefore that is its uniqueness. And if someone copies that and then copies it and copies it and copies it, then each one of those videos is then copied in that digital path, and each one of those videos then becomes unique. Apparently, but hold on a minute, because I'm kind of going to come back to this shortly. So going back a little bit to the physical version, it's a bit like a Pokemon card. If we have a Pokemon card, right, this here is its own physical asset in itself, right? This is the physical card. If I was to cut this up right now, it would be worthless. However, what they are doing is they are essentially saying that you can register this physical card, right? And there's plenty of other people out there with another version of this card. What we can do is we can copy this card and put it on the blockchain, and it's going to give us a unique ID and certification attached to this specific card. Now, the way this would work is it would get bundled and packaged up into some kind of like sealed container that you could see the card physically in there, and then there would be like a QR code at the bottom, and then it would be that you would scan the QR code, and then that would allow you to identify that this is unique for this specific, card physically. The interesting thing, though, I find about NFT is that they are now going into NBA sports. They are going into other variations of gaming, so clips and things like that, and also skins from inside of a game. So a good example of this on the NBA moments, if any of you guys have looked at that, you'll notice that there are clips of things that have happened inside the game. So there's moments where, Kobe Bryant has gone and done an absolute crazy shot into the hoop, and they've basically turned around and said that that specific clip of like 6 seconds, 9 seconds, him doing that is its own NFT itself, and therefore you can buy that and then you own that, and that is unique to you. The concerning fact here that I always look at this is that these are going up in value, because if you own these, you might only ever have that one version of that specific recording. What happens when they make multiple recordings? Does that mean that that video is no longer unique because that video has now been cloned multiple times to be given to other people? However, each time it's been cloned, it is also stamped with its own, unique label of a product. If I make this Pokemon card, this here is 100% unique. It is physical, it has been manufactured by Pokemon, and it is real, and it is what it is. So I really question with this, how does this work for the digital space when cloning videos, and who is the first person that is going to upload a video and claim the rights to that video being that unique person? What happens if I recorded myself doing something great, and then I happen to share that video around with my friends and family, and then one of them goes onto the blockchain and registers that specific clip as being the original authentic clip? But my mobile phone is the one that holds the original authentic clip. So who is to say that I wasn't the one who actually uploaded it as opposed to them? So it's a little confusing, and I want to drill down into this a little bit more. A great place where this has been done already is Beeple. So Mike Winkleman is like an artist that does all these insane drawings. They're actually pretty good. And if you actually have a look through their website and what else they're like producing on there, they are pretty cool. And I may even consider opting in and trying to wait for one to come up and maybe try and get in on one, because I think they are actually pretty unique. for each different version. It'll be the same thing with Mike Winkelmann's like Beeple. He has a certain amount that was printed, and each one of those that you buy is its own uniqueness. So it is essentially saying that yes, I own this one physical card, but 20 other people might also own it as well. But each one of you guys has an actual QR code that is attached to the blockchain, which registers and identifies that you are the owner of that specific card. Or in his instance, it's his unique artwork. One of the big questions here is like, how did NFT even get started, and where did it come from, and where was it founded, and where has it evolved to today? The history of non-fungibles has been around for longer than you realize. The first attempts for NFTs were back in 2012 and 2013 with colored coins. However, in 2014, this was put onto the blockchain, and a new business came along called Counterparty, which had a ticker symbol of XCP. So this was all developed on the decentralized platform in blockchain, and they started trading cards along with like meme cards as well. In June 2017, cyberpunks came along. John Watkinson and Matt Hall realized they could create unique characters generated on the Ethereum blockchain. Characters would be limited to 10,000 and no two characters would be the same. And then in October 2017, Crypto Kitties came along and changed the game. Crypto Kitties is a blockchain-based virtual game that allows players to adopt, raise, and trade virtual cats on the blockchain. Some virtual cats were even selling for over $100,000, with some now listed for sale at over $900,000 US. And now fast forward into 2021, we now have a major movement in NBA highlights and moments, which is essentially what you see behind me here called Top Shot. So what the NBA have done is they've got their own blockchain where they're registering the plays of games that are actually happening. And then you can go on there and register to say that you want to buy one of these moments. And then what actually happens is you wait for that moment to pop up. And then when you can buy it, you buy it. And if you own it, you unbox it like you do online with stocks and things like that on trading apps. And then it pops up and says, this is what your highlight is. You can watch the highlight in like full HD, and then you own that specific highlight. So what is my thought? And is this just another Bitconnect saga? Or is this actually going somewhere? Well, the interesting thing is, I think it is going somewhere, and I actually like it. I think there is uniqueness to it, and I think it's going to help validate people's ownerships of certain products, whether that's digitally or even physically. There's definitely times when I wanted to go buy things like a physical product, and it might be a collectible or a rare item, and the guy is just literally selling it just like this, saying, yeah, it's worth heaps, and yeah, it's an original. But without you actually going there and physically holding it and looking at it and taking the time to inspect it and understand everything about that specific collectible and looking at all the little nuances that come with it, how do you really know that this is actually valuable or not, and that it's not some reprint fake? It's so hard to know when all you want to do is potentially collect rare items. So I think this is going to change the game in terms of reselling collectible items and validating that you are the original owner of them. Although there is one thing I do want to bring up, and that is the digital product side. Right now, people are making money on YouTube by watching streamers and recording their stream, and then they're recording the highlights of their stream. They're compiling it into a YouTube video, and they're making up some name on YouTube or an alias that is similar to the player's name with a slight variation in it, and they're uploading content about that player's highlights for their stream, and they're making money from that. Now, the same thing would happen in this instance here. You are going to be able to create rare, unique video digital opportunities for that specific product and have it labeled. And then you're going to be able to distribute that. But what about the person who originally created it? Like, are you going to have that uniqueness anymore in that product or not? And what happens if you clone it like 100 times and then resell it? But the other person who has the original copy, it looks the same, it feels the same. Who is to validate that that is the unique one and the other one is not? So overall, I don't know about this. This kind of scares me a little bit, and I would love to hear your feedback. If you guys know more about this stuff than I do, then please comment down below. I want to learn how that part of it's going to work, because that part is a bit of a gray area. And once again, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And in the meantime, I'll leave you guys to it. If you haven't yet, I have a video over here that shows teenagers how to make, extra money on the side. So if you're a teen and you're looking at NFTs, then you can probably add this as number 11. If you're keen, it's probably a gamble, so I'm not guaranteeing it, but you never know. It is pretty early, so you might get lucky. So jump up here and go and check out that video. And in the meantime, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.